Hi, this is Carol. I thought I would try my hand at making some quirky houses, and I thought I'd hit the record button just in case, because if I'm not recording, that's when something good will happen. So maybe it'll still happen. We will see. I have a bunch of long strips of papers, like different kinds of cardstock, and the backing of a Farkle game. It's a fun game. And these three things, which are was the back of, I think, some stickers, like some word stickers that I got. So I mean that's already designed. But what I thought I would do is get a few of these and just glue some book page to them and start there and just see where it takes me. So kind of start some long skinny masterboards here using some of these scraps. I have quite a few scraps here. I said that funny. Some of the stuff I will keep, but this is kind of thin. I'll start with this one just to give it some more substance, and then we'll see what happens. I've never made a quirky house, but I've always wanted to. I've got some different books that I like to use for glue paper to put underneath when I do the glue stick. So there we go for that. And I'm going to set these to the side until I get to them, and I'm going to do one at a time. So basically, here at first, I'm just doing masterboards, and I'm going to try to keep all the print this direction. So I will probably put this to music. I'm using purple glue sticks because I have quite a few of those, and something like this is perfect to use for. This is a cake icing scraper, perfect for doing stuff like this. And because I want it to be sturdy, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this paper around if I have any. The sturdier, the better. Use some music paper. I'm going to rip off that part without the stuff on it. This is older, so it definitely rips easily. Nice thing about this purple stuff is you can tell when it's covered. We're going to count how many times the glue gets knocked over. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, this was cut into a tag. Oh, so is that one. Through the die cut machine at the library. I must have done that for a reason. But that'll be perfect for there. It's right there. We saw this lady, her name is Joey. I don't Joey Laffey or something like that, where she did some really cute quirky houses where the roof folded. So that's what I'm going to do. I will link her video in the description. Now that's got a little piece torn out of the edge, but I can fix that right here when I put this down. I can go over the edge. And just put that down and make it even. Now it's all fixed. I did one little spot there. 3.5. Let's just do that line, which I guess is 9 centimeters. That's easier to see. I think I got my cutter slightly over 3.5 inches, 9 centimeters. That'd be a good width. Okay. Now let's find the piece that I'm going to use for the roof. And I'm going to get one done before I got like that. Okay, so I'm going to fold that down. I'm just eyeballing it, because it's going to be a flip up roof. And I'm going to use my bone folder to give it a good crease here. This feels like the back of labels. That's why I'm sitting there and wondering, is this labels? That would be awful if I did all that and it was a label. I think so. If it is, it's not anymore. Okay, so she had done the flipped roof and what width is that? Not wide enough. Oops, my scissors fell in the garbage. Yeah, I don't want to lose those. They may be my gluey scissors, but I still want them to, I could cut that in half, I think. Okay. See how wide this is, how long. 9 and one little notch. So 1.5 and just a little bit. That should be pretty much down the middle. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to glue this to that and then cut it at an angle so it's a really cute roof. And that's so slick. I'm just going to sandpaper that just a little, just to make the glue have a little something to grab hold of. Always keep a little piece of sandpaper just for stuff like this. There. All right. And I'm going to use the art glitter glue for that, I think. This is pretty sturdy. All right. I'm going to open it up, art glitter glue this thing. If I was planning on sewing these like Joey did, I would just use the glue stick. But even though I do have a sewing machine, I've never really sewed on paper before. So I want this to be even, or as even as I can get it. That look pretty even. Art glitter glue is fast. All right. So there's the roof and there's the thing. So now I'm going to turn it over and starting at this corner, cut it up to that corner. I'm going to eyeball it. I have a lot of different book page because, from working at the library. This is an abacus. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Got some good stuff in here. A lot of good numbers and little illustrations. I think I'll use one of these for the roof. Then I'll just use this one. Is that going to fit? Yes, it is. So this one, I'm just going to use glue stick. And I'm going to put the glue stick on this. I do need to put pen in my art glitter glue. And I put the glue stick right directly on that. I'll put that off right there. And then center that. And I'm going to flip it and set that off. Now, I'm thinking about putting a little watercolor on this, doing this my own way. Make these two different colors and then glue more stuff on it. So I'm going to hit pause for a minute and get out my watercolors. All right, before I do that, I'm actually going to cut out my shapes that I'm going to use. I'm going to put a little chimney here, a door here, and a window here. Let's see if I got a piece of cardstock I can use for this. You know what? I've got these little pieces of watercolor paper. That would be perfect. Let me cut that. Right. I want it to be a little more narrow. Crooked, crooked, crooked. All right. My little door. It's going to be slightly smaller again. Okay. All right, that'll be my door. And my window a little bit more narrow. Something's crooked there for sure. So door and window. That window's slightly smaller still. This is my first one, so I'm definitely learning what I like, learning my preferences here. This one's a little bit shorter. Okay, window, door. The door, I'm going to round the top corners with the littlest option. Say that like that. And I think these, just because I like rounded corners, I'm going to round all four of them. Okay, so that's going to be a door there. I mean, a door and a window. Now I need a fireplace for up here. That looks like a chef hat. I'm going to just not make it so pronounced. Not sure about the fireplace. All right. Now let me clean this mess up and get out my watercolors. I'm going to use my inktense blocks, which is like watercolor. And I didn't get water. I decided to use my water brushes. May regret it. I'm just going to put this under it. And let's see, which one do I want to use? I think this one. They're all different sizes in there. Make sure it's squirting. Yes, it is. So it'll take longer since I'm not using a regular brush. Always my go-to with these inktense blocks is the yellow. These oh, my finger was dirty and left a fingerprint. We'll get that over there. These dry permanent like ink. It's like my fingers. Got glue on them, leaving fingerprints. All right, so there's the door. Gonna be bright. The window. Yeah, it's like on bright now. It's on. Grid. I finally wrote down the color names. Let me get this on here and I'll show you. On the back. When I used to call this one number 5 because it was 1, 2, 3, fifth one down, I didn't know what it was. It's called Deep Indigo. So pretty interesting. So sun yellow and poppy red are what I'm just used. And after this dries, I'm going to do a plus and an outline where it looks like a window. All right. And the chimney is what color? I should round those corners. I know I did the first one. Cut it off. Whatever. I'm going to do the blue for the chimney. What's it called? Sea blue. That's what it says anyway. Let's get this over here. I'm going to do, let's see, that there and that about there. So I want to have some ground, like with the porch or whatever, even with that music note. So get that water off of that. So 11 is kind of a grayish color. Honestly, let's do the green. Just make it as bright as we can. Okay. And I'm just going to do this in blocks of color, but not the bright, bright colors after that. I'm going to put some of this color on there with it. This is kind of like grass, I guess. Oh, too much. All right. So that's gonna be there. That's gonna be there. I've got a blue fireplace, so let's do blue house also to match the fireplace. You can have Sharpie here. Do the windows. Just a regular old Sharpie. I'm doing a few lines up and down so that it looks kind of scribbly. Same thing with this. And then I'm going to, I think, outline it also. I'm going to outline it, or am I going to act like it's sewn on? Yeah, I'm just going to outline it. I like the scribbledy look because if you mess up, it doesn't matter because it looks scribbledy. So the door, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to, from the very bottom, go up and around. And I'm going to do it again and try not to be precious about it. But really not precious about that, was I? Anybody knows me in real life knows there's very little that I'm precious about. Right? I think I'm going to put a little something dark right there where it's like it's underneath the door. Like that. Okay. And I'll do the same thing with the window, even though it's not glued down yet. So that'll be there. That'll be there. I'll put a little dark underneath it. Definitely needs something else on that roof. It needs like some polka dots or something. All right, I'm going to take this off so that I can do it off the edge also. Polka dot time. All right, I do not like how this blue roof looks on there. So I'm going to get this paper and make a green one. quirky houses. I've always wanted to do this. I can already tell that I can make a lot of these and be happy. Yep, yep, yep. And I think that when I'm done, I'm going to do stitches around it in white with this white fine liner. Quirky houses, quirky houses. I had the best time making this. I finished it off camera because my phone kept ringing and I kept getting interrupted. So I decided to just finish it. And then the next one I will do nonstop, even if I have to do a voiceover. So what I did off camera was I added this flower, which was collage fodder, along with this heart. I glued those down. I glued a little dot that was the inside of a circle that goes over a circle. I used the white paint to simulate zigzag on a sewing machine. I did black dots around and bricks. And then to kind of give you the idea of nighttime, I added these stars here and these black circles. The dark color here is representing nighttime. So that's why I thought the stars would be good too. And the blue of the house represents daytime. That's just, in my opinion, anyway, for me. That's my interpretation. I had a good time making this, and this was my first one, but it's definitely not going to be my last one. I hope you make some quirky houses, and if you do, visit my community tab and show me a picture of what you've made. I'd love to see it. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you come back. Bye.